Hello guys, Kuni and Modspots here. We are back. So now we are continuing our journey in Coffs Harbour. I hope you will enjoy it. Now it's almost lunchtime and we are hungry, so we are decided to look something cafe or soup or what is that restaurant to have lunch. But before that, probably Mamots he wants to go shopping first, so we are going to stop over at the surf shop.
It is a new era in some ways. There is a new generation of young people on the streets, and they're supported by a global diaspora of Burmese who are now able to be in touch with them. And so there's a much more of a dialogue, communication, networking about.
Okay, now we are arrived. I don't know what it's called, but it's a surf shop. Mahmoud said he wants to take a look around, see if he can find one surfboard because he said he needed one. So, yep, we are going to stop here for a while. Hey, sunglasses! Let me try this later on. That looks nice. Oh, for me, I don't surf. Yeah, that looks good. But your surfboard also foam, made from foam. Or this one. Get the pink one. Yeah, pink one. Now, let's go upstairs. I don't surf. Oh, yeah. The clothes here, almost everything's are on sale, 50% off. But yeah, we'll see. Can I find something for me, something that I like? So this is the place. I asked him to take me here. This is National Cartoon Gallery. I want to know inside since I like cartoon. So it's open from 9 until 4 o'clock. There's a cafe up there. Finally, after going from beach to beach, finally here. Well, I asked Mamots to take me here, but he keeps on going to the beach. Beach.
This?
Huh?
This?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know what is this. Operation room, bunker.
Can be a bunker like that.
Maybe, I don't know. Let's find out.
Signing in.
And how did you find out about the gallery?
From TV.
TV. Okay.
TV, the news.
Yeah, from the news.
Signing in.
Yeah, that's why I found that.
How long are you in Coffs for?
No, we live in
We
Korak.
only came down for the day from up near Evans there.
Oh, okay, just to come here?
Yes, you wanted to come
Really?
in.
Yeah, you like cartoons?
I like cartoon.
What's your favourite?
Well, I actually don't like Western cartoon. I like Japanese manga.
Ah, yeah. Very,
This
very
would be a
clever.
bit different then.
I'm still not. I've got to grasp it in my head, the whole concept. But yeah, I understand. You get the
Like
genre.
comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a bloke. What's his name? Far Side. Do you know the Far Side comics?
I'm just trying
That's
to
my favourite. Yeah, bloke Far Side.
What are they?
It's like a series of bloke America.
What's the character?
No characters. It's just normally has cows in it. And
right.
Far Side. Gary Larson is the famous cartoonist. Just doesn't like a lot of his stuff.
It's
Well, a lot of his stuff
character
is
built on you.
politically based and make fun of people or caricatures of people.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
Thank you.
whereas making fun of politicians like this exhibition Beyond the Lines.
They ones used to be in the paper.
Gary Larson, yeah, he used to be the far side.
He used to do ones like that, didn't he?
Yeah, more or less, but he's American, so we don't have his work here because you got to pay, of course. So, yeah, but it was very exhibition that travels to Australia.
This is the ticket. $10 per person.
And so it's all about cartoons in the newspapers. So upstairs, Bill Leak exhibition. His son's got some work. We also have a heap of artwork out the back of the. Every year we have a road with awards, so that's how we collect our artwork. We're able to draw from that and put new exhibitions on us. So it changes overall. Yeah, come through and we'll show you the bunker. Now, you can take some general photos in there, but we ask you don't photograph the actual artwork. But you can buy. You can come and you can watch and record if you like the video. We've got a short 3 minute.
Oh, there's a library and drawing area.
Yeah, since COVID we haven't been able to show
Oh.
that. Come through and watch the video. Got the remote.
Yeah, we're going to see cinema.
Yeah, this way.
Probably heard of it. It's great. A constantly updated selection of black and white cartoons from some of the country's greatest cartoonists. People come here by the busload to look at a collection of insightful and often very funny cartoons. But I wonder how many of the people that visit here actually know the real story behind this old building. For example, did you know that during World War II, Coffs Harbour was on full wartime alert? The harbour and airstrip made Coffs not only the perfect spot for the armed forces to set up camp, but also made it the perfect Japanese landing point. It was a bit of a shock to many of the locals, and when nighttime blackouts began, many of them headed over the mountains to a safer place. All over Coffs Harbour there were signs of war. There was a battery of artillery, field guns and anti-tank guns in various points around the town. On our headlands, there were machine guns, and across our beaches, they stretched barbed wire. A regiment of the famous Light Horse moved to Coffs for the war, and even our local high school cadets were armed and ready for action. And over there, behind me at the airport, the RAF moved in. And that brings me to another interesting little story. But for that one, we're going to have to go back to the bunker and then walk down the hill to a disused quarry. I'm standing in a direct line between the airport and the bunker. If ever there was an air attack, the planes on the ground over there would have been sitting ducks. So they moved them all over here and tied them up to the trees behind me and camouflaged them. And some of those trees actually still bear the scars of that operation. Well, with so much going on, Army Intelligence needed a communications centre to coordinate it all. And this was it. Hitler had his bunker and we had ours. This was the nerve centre of the local war effort, known as the Base Underground Operations Unit. It was built in 1943, but it looked more like this. A series of radio transmitters and other equipment from the days when bigger was better. Long after the war had finished, the transmitters were offloaded to a national amateur radio group. And at last report, they were still being used. They were made to last. Come with me now to a little place that's about 2 kilometres over that way that doesn't get so much publicity. Tucked away in the scrub here is another bunker, one that not many people know about, and this one hasn't been restored. It too was a communication centre during World War II, and get this, many of the people who are still around here, who were kids at the time of the war, claim they played in tunnels which connected this bunker with the main one, and a third bunker which was just here next to the Pacific Highway on the southern side of town. It was accidentally dug up in 1989 as they were putting in this industrial estate, and it crumbled to pieces before it could be restored. Well, if the tunnels do exist, they're certainly well hidden. A lot of the communication in the bunker had to do with 2 Japanese submarines off the coast, which torpedoed at least 5 ships in Coffs Harbour controlled waters. One of the subs was actually hit by a depth charge dropped by an aircraft from the Coffs Harbour RAF base, but it escaped under cover of darkness and no one really knows what happened to it. When the war ended in 1945, the bunker became home to the Department of Civil Aviation. But when they moved, it was nearly demolished. Thankfully, the Rotary Club of Coffs Harbour decided to preserve it. Assistance from Coffs Harbour City Council, a federal government grant and donations from local businesses. It was restored to become what it is now. Coffs Harbour's Bunker Cartoon Gallery, a communication centre that is still communicating today.
Okay, now I will take you tour around this place after we watch that movie, that short documentary. Now I'm going to show you some of the cartoons that being displayed here. This machine also can show you some of the cartoons that being displayed. All you have to do just touch or swipe.
I'm just going to go out the back and help this bloke.
Just like I said before in the beginning that I am not allowed to take picture close up one by one because probably they are afraid that I might print it out. Oh, is this like Australian character?
Probably not. Probably common stuff. Really?
Created for Melbourne Sun. So it must be from Australia.
Where does that?
There.
For the sunrise. Alright, must be it. Thank you. Can't remember that dog was called.
Oh,
Where's the dog?
no, there's no dog. But there's also cartoon comic.
Penny.
No. Oh, that's on TV. I only know cartoon is from Indo, not from Australia. Oh, this is the bunker. Huh? E.T. Where E.T.? Oh yeah. E.T. Funny E.T. So the cartoon is all about politics. Yeah. Well, most of them. What the pup? An almost invisible agent created the upheaval of the century. What the pup? It's nice and cool here because it's in the bunker. There are so many cartoons that I don't understand actually. I don't get Australian joke. Well, ring me at 4 and see how we're going. Then you've got to get the pallets or you've done it. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, then you get to the photos. So it's finished now. Pretty excited, right? It's exciting. So we're going home now. It's 2 hours drive from here to our house. So yep, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.